In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on April 23, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Montreal Canadiens versus Washington Capitals. 2 teams from the Eastern Conference are set to face off on the ice once again, as the Montreal Canadiens travel to take on the Washington Capitals Wednesday night in Game 2 of their first-round playoff matchup. Both squads are looking to set the tone early in this best-of-7 series, and the stakes are already high. Washington will have the home crowd behind them, while Montreal is hoping to flip the momentum in their favor after a tough opening contest. Montreal may not have come away with the win on Monday night, but they did manage to claw back from a 2-goal hole in the final stretch of regulation, which counts for something emotionally. That said, emotional victories don't show up in the win column, and they don't bring you any closer to the 4 wins you need to move on. It's fair to wonder if the Canadiens emptied the tank too early, only to watch Alexander Ovechkin and company take the wind right out of their sails. This is a young Montreal team without a ton of postseason grit, and being on the road in this type of environment isn't exactly ideal. Washington has been a fortress at home this season with a 26-9-6 record, and their recent Stanley Cup run still echoes in the minds of many. Meanwhile, Montreal has struggled away from home, going 17-19-5, and playoff pressure doesn't make things any easier. As our first pick for this matchup, the Washington Capitals to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Over their last 11 games, Montreal has gone under the total in 7 of them, and they've been averaging just under 3 goals per game during that stretch. That scoring pace has dipped even more recently. They've only managed 13 goals in their last 5 outings, compared to 16 in the 5 games before that. On the road this season, the Canadiens are putting up 2.93 goals per game. On the flip side, Washington has averaged 2.7 goals per contest over their last 10 matchups. However, the Capitals are a different beast at home, where they average a whopping 3.73 goals per game, a stat that makes them especially dangerous on their own ice. Still, we only saw 5 total goals in Game 1, and for Montreal to stay competitive, they'll need to continue holding Washington in check. The Canadiens have an over-under mark of just 2-7-1 across their last 10, so the trend leans toward lower scoring affairs. If Montreal has any shot at staying close, it'll be by locking things down defensively, just like they did in the series opener. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Stars versus Colorado Avalanche. The Dallas Stars are set to face off against the Colorado Avalanche on the road this Wednesday in Game 3 of their Western Conference first-round series. This matchup is part of a best-of-7 format, and the series is currently tied at 1 game each. The Stars managed to even things up with a dramatic 4-3 overtime win on Monday night after dropping the series opener in a tough 5-1 loss at home. That bounce-back victory gives them some momentum as they head to Colorado, hoping to carry it into enemy territory. Colorado came pretty close to taking both games on the road in Dallas, but they'll now return home to Ball Arena with a shot to go up 2-1 in the series. The Avalanche were solid on home ice during the regular season, winning 26 of their 41 games there. In net, Mackenzie Blackwood has held things down with dependable performances, while Nathan MacKinnon continues to drive the offense, staying atop the team's scoring chart. The Avs have also been on a bit of a roll lately, winning 9 of their last 13 games in April, showing they're built for playoff time. Dallas, on the other hand, has been struggling, managing only 1 win in its last 9 contests, and losing 6 of the last 7 matchups against Western Conference opponents. The Stars showed some grit in Game 2 by clawing their way to a win and leveling the series. They managed to find the back of the net 4 times after only scoring once in the first game, but the defensive issues remained. They still allowed 3 goals. That win snapped an 8-game losing streak for Dallas, but their defensive play continues to be shaky. Colorado also gave up 4 goals in Game 2, and while their defense isn't airtight either, their offensive firepower gives them the upper hand. Expect them to find more success with the puck on their sticks in Game 3. There's also the potential for an emotional lift if Gabriel Landeskog suits up for Colorado. Even if he doesn't return just yet, the Avs have enough firepower to get the job done and take the lead in the series. As our first pick for this matchup, the Colorado Avalanche money line is our full game side pick. So far, the over has hit in both games of the series, and it's easy to see why. While Dallas tightened up slightly on defense compared to their previous few outings, they still surrendered 3 goals and have now allowed 8 total across the first 2 matchups. The Avalanche should get their share of goals at home, and although their defense may not shut things down completely, their offense is strong enough to keep them in control. Monday night's game saw 7 goals and blew past the 6.5 total, and with Colorado playing at home and likely to be aggressive, we could see a similar outcome in Game 3. The over has now hit in 5 straight meetings between these two teams. Expect another game where both squads light the lamp enough to push the score higher. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Edmonton Oilers versus Los Angeles Kings. Edmonton, sporting a 48-29-5 record, will be heading into Wednesday night's matchup with a clear goal, tying up their first-round playoff series against Los Angeles. They'll be squaring off at Crypto.com Arena, trying to bounce back after a tough loss in Game 1. That game ended with the Kings edging them out 6-5 in a wild, back-and-forth battle. Over their last 10 matchups, the Oilers and Kings have been pretty evenly matched, splitting the series. Still, Los Angeles held the upper hand in the regular season, taking 3 out of 4 games. Heading into Game 2, the Kings are riding a hot streak, having come out on top in 5 of their last 6 games. The Oilers, meanwhile, have been inconsistent on the road, managing to win just 2 of their last 4 away matchups. Offensively, Los Angeles seems to have found a groove, putting up 12 goals across their last 3 home games. That kind of firepower gives them a leg up, even though their special teams haven't been overly sharp. They've only converted 17% of their power play chances. Edmonton's penalty kill hasn't been much better, sitting right in the middle of the pack at 16th in the league. They've had trouble keeping the puck out of the net lately, giving up 11 goals over their last 3 contests, so it wouldn't be a shock if they struggle to contain the Kings again. Offensively, Edmonton isn't exactly lighting things up right now. They've only managed to score 8 goals in their last 3 games, which is decent but not enough to keep pace with a team like Los Angeles. That said, they've been solid with the man advantage, converting a bit over 23% of their power play opportunities. The Kings, however, have been one of the stingiest teams on the penalty kill, ranked 8th in the NHL, and overall, they boast the 2nd best defense in the league. That kind of structure makes it tough for a team like the Oilers, who are still trying to find a consistent offensive rhythm, to break through. There's a bit of a silver lining for the Oilers, though. In the 3rd period of Game 1, they looked more like themselves and started to gain momentum. Maybe they can build on that, but emotionally, it's a brutal spot. They clawed back into the game just to lose in heartbreaking fashion with seconds left. That kind of loss stings and can be tough to shake off. It's also hard to bet against the Kings when they're at home, where they've gone 32-6-4 this season. They've also had Edmonton's number lately, winning 4 of the last 5 meetings and scoring at least 3 goals in each of those wins. Over their last 3 games against the Oilers, they've outscored them 14-5. Given the way both teams are trending, the odds are still pretty favorable. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Kings money line is our full game side pick. On the defensive side of things, Edmonton wasn't bad during the regular season. They finished 14th in goals allowed per game and were 9th in shots against, which is respectable. But Los Angeles was even better, much better actually. The Kings ended the season 2nd in both goals against and shots against per game, showing just how disciplined and consistent they've been in their own zone. While Game 1 turned into a goal fest, don't expect that to be the case again. Game 2 should settle into a tighter, more defensively minded battle. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.